Hey friends, every single day, billions of people around the world do one thing in common. They eat. It does not matter where you live, how old you are. Food is something that connects all of us. And today, we are going to talk about food in English. So, just listen and let the language come to you naturally. Think about your own life for a moment. How often do you go to a restaurant? Maybe once a week? Maybe once a month? But most of the time, people eat at home. They cook their own meals. 3 meals a day, every day. And to make those meals, you need food. You need ingredients. Things like vegetables, fruits, meat, rice, and many other items. Today we are going to talk about grocery stores and all the amazing kinds of food you can find inside one. So, what exactly is a grocery store? A grocery store is a place where you can buy food, drinks, and other things that you need for your home and your daily life. Some grocery stores are small and simple. Others are very large, almost like a small city inside a building. In English, we also use a very common word to describe all the items you buy from a grocery store. We call them groceries. So, when someone says, "I am going to buy groceries," they simply mean they are going shopping for food and household items. Now, inside a grocery store, you will usually see is the produce section. In English, produce refers to fresh fruits and vegetables. Fresh mean they are natural and ready to eat or ready to cook. Let us talk about fruit first. Most grocery stores carry a wide variety of fruits. You will find bananas, which are very popular all around the world. You will find apples and oranges. You will also find blackberries and raspberries. Grapes are also very common. Larger grocery stores may also carry less common fruits, like mangoes, honeydews, star fruits, and coconuts. Now here is something very interesting. When you go to buy fruit at a grocery store, the way you pay for it can be different depending on the store. Some stores charge you by the pound. That means they weigh your fruit on a scale, and you pay based on how heavy it is. For example, if apples cost $2 per pound, and you pick up 1 pound of apples, you pay $2. Other stores charge you per piece. That means you pay for each individual fruit. So, if 1 orange costs 50 cents and you want 2 oranges, you pay $1. So, as you can see, buying fruit is simple, but it is good to know how your local store sells it. Now, let us move from fruits to vegetables. Just like fruits, vegetables are a very important part of the produce section. In most grocery stores, you will find a large selection of vegetables. Things like lettuce, which is used in salads, corn, which can be eaten boiled or grilled, tomatoes, which many people use in cooking, though some eat them fresh, onions, which add a lot of flavors to almost any dish, cucumbers, which are cool and refreshing, and mushrooms, which have a rich, earthy taste. Now, here is an interesting fact. Grocery stores usually have more vegetables than fruits at any given time. Why? Because vegetables stay fresh for a longer time compared to fruits. Fruits can become too soft, sometimes within just a few days. Vegetables, on the other hand, can stay fresh for a longer period. Grocery stores also carry something called staples. This is a very useful English word. Staples are foods that almost every household uses regularly. They are the basics, the things you almost always have in your kitchen. Think of pasta. Think of rice. Think of flour, which is used to make bread and cakes, and many other things. Think of sugar, which is used in cooking and baking. And think of milk, which many people drink every day, or use in their coffee or tea. Then there are eggs, which are used in so many different recipes. And of course, meat, which includes things like chicken, beef, and fish. And bread, which is one of the most commonly eaten foods in the world. All of these things are staples because they are used so often and by so many people. They are the foundation of everyday cooking, and you will almost always find them in a well-stocked kitchen. Now here is something else that is really helpful to know when you are shopping at a grocery store. Most staple foods come in what we call prepackaged containers. That means they are already packed and sealed in a box, a bag, a bottle, or a can. For example, rice usually comes in a bag. Pasta comes in a box. Flour and sugar come in paper bags. Milk comes in a carton or a bottle. These are all prepackaged. You just pick them off the shelf and put them in your cart. But some grocery stores, usually the bigger and more specialized ones, also offer fresh versions of these staples. For example, a store might have a bakery inside where they bake bread fresh every morning. Or they might have a section where an employee measures out fresh flour or weighs fresh rice for you. In these cases, the store employee will measure the product, weigh it, and then give it to you in a bag or container. This fresh option can sometimes taste better, but it is usually a little more expensive than the prepackaged version. So, let us bring everything together now. We have talked about a lot today. We talked about how most people eat at home and need to shop for their food regularly. We talked about grocery stores, which are the places where people go to buy food, drinks, and household items. We learned the word produce, which means fresh fruits and vegetables. We went through many types of fruits and vegetables. We learned that vegetables stay fresh longer than fruits. And we talked about staples, the everyday foods. That is a lot of useful English, and you just learned all of it simply by listening. And that right there is the magic of learning through listening. You did not sit down with a dictionary. You did not memorize a word list. You simply listened to natural, flowing English about a topic that is part of everyone's daily life. And now, words like produce, staples, prepackaged, grocery store, and ingredients feel a little more familiar to you. They feel a little more natural because you heard them used in real sentences. That is how language is truly learned. So, listen every day if you can. Listen to topics that interest you. Listen to English being used naturally, and over time, you will find that understanding becomes easier. Today we talked about food. Next time, we will explore another topic from everyday life, and we will keep building your English, one listening session at a time. Until then, keep going. You are doing better than you think. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video. Take care.